Well, I'll say this. I'll say this. The pay-per-view was phenomenal. I'm putting my hat back on. I'm putting my hat back on. Um, the pay-per-view was phenomenal. Pardon my stress here. Pardon my hair, people. The pay-per-view was phenomenal. Um, I was really amazed with. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Okay. I was really amazed with, just how well they really pulled it off. And now I'm crying. I wasn't crying at the end of the pay-per-view, but I'm crying now. Getting a little emotional, don't get me wrong, because we all have a band or artist. I mean, of course there's artists, but we all have bands that, left a mark in our lives. And for Kiss is one of them. I can't even remotely tell you how much they have helped me. Really helped me. Well, I mean really. Scary, really. In a nutshell, I'll give you the Cliff Note version. And I think the best version would be going back to lockdown, when COVID-19, sent Colorado into lockdown. This is before I got my knees replaced. I have both my knees replaced, the shoulders replaced. Not done yet either, and that's okay. But before I had both my knees replaced, I was in extreme pain. Both my knees were in extreme pain in lockdown. Hi Nick, good to see you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thanks for dropping by. I'm being a little emotional, so stick with me here. And I couldn't walk. Let alone I couldn't walk during lockdown because my kneecaps were, in fact, twisting out of place. It was bad, guys. I mean, you all will have to one day I'll show you the X-rays because my knees were nasty and I was in a lot of pain. Well, thank you, because I'm on the verge about eating some pumpkin pie right now. So, because I don't have any moral support here. My dog Smokey, went to heaven back in May, and dude left me. So I'm all by myself. So and just be able to play, Kiss music. That really helped me get through the deliberate pain of having horrible knees. Man, it's like I'll tell you what, I'll be darned. I'll be darned too. It's like I never missed the bathroom, so that was also good motivation right there. But man, my own knees, I do not miss them at all. But Kiss's music really helped me pull through that moment. They really did, and they still do. In my previous podcasts, I've been very vocal about my mental health. I've been dealing with anxiety and depression, and I'm finding that music is the key to help with that. And what I really do find is that Kiss's music too really help with that. I mean, man, I'm getting better now that I'm doing something to really help me mentally. But there were times where I just want to wave that little white flag. I don't want to do anything. Leave me alone. Thank you, Nick. Love you for it. And not just Kiss. I'm also listening to Alice Cooper. I was listening to just a whole bunch of Bad Company. I love Bad Company. But talk about Kiss here. The songs War Machine. Oh, cute. Crazy Nights. Crazy Nights. A whole lot. Really helped me mentally too. So thank you guys for helping me get through probably one of the darkest phases I ever faced. Last year, 2022 was the hardest mentally in my life. Not going into really specifics, but mentally I was I was struggling really bad. But luckily, somebody came to the rescue, became a really good friend, and helped me out. To him, I'm thankful for. And but thank you guys for the music for that. You know, and another thing too is that when I first discovered Kiss, you know, back in 2017, when I was 17, excuse me, when I was 17 years old, I discovered Kiss. The first song I actually discovered was Cold Gin. And, you know, I'm watching the pay-per-view, and nothing brought me greater joy than hear Cold Gin being played. Oh my gosh. I remember like exactly where I was, what I was doing when the very first time I even heard Cold Gin by Kiss. I remember very well. And so, and it just, you know, being blasted back into that moment, you know, that's just, uh, gave me goosebumps. And plus, I will also admit too, the guitars were just, ha, you know, they were just. I mean, of course, you know, main time. Oh, cool! Really, Nick? Oh man, I got introduced to Kiss because of that song. I knew who they were. I didn't really know like musically, other than Rock and Roll Night Forever. Every time I look, I'm a sucker for ballads. Can't help it. Um, yeah, Cold Gin. Man, when I first listened to Cold Gin, the dun, 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 the guitar work on Cold Gin is just, and just watching it, you know, on the pay per view again, it's just like. And speaking of guitars, where on earth I have never seen so many beautiful guitars in my life until tonight. It's like what Gene not Gene no Gene had a nice red bass. He had a beautiful black bass, and then you know you have Tommy with the white lightning guitar. Then you have Tommy with his blue guitar, and then here comes Paul on stage, and he's holding this beautiful, I mean, just freaking beautiful guitar. It was like emerald green, sparkly emerald green. And I'm like, I've never seen such a beautiful guitar like that in my life. I'm like, hello. Like that's a nice guitar. I'm a sucker for beautiful instruments and that. And then Paul also came out with a I think it was like almost like a ruby or crimson red sparkle guitar. That was just that's gorgeous. And of course, you know, at the end, you know, Paul's like just doing that to the guitar, you know, and I'm like, for the love of gosh, do not make it. Please do not let that be one of the pretty guitars. I'm like, please don't. No, literally, guys, I'm sitting here going, no, but thankfully it wasn't. So I'm like, oh, yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, it's. I thought he smashed the red one. I'm like sitting here going like, oh, but no, I'm like, okay, so yeah, the generic ones. Like, God, we're good, we're good, we're good. So it's the generic ones. Okay, we're good. Paul, you gave me a heart attack there. I'm like, oh, I was about to have a panic attack. I haven't had a panic attack since being on new med, so which is actually nice. Paul plays at Banya's Ace. Yeah, Gibson. They're both beautiful instruments. You own them, really, Nick? Ah. Yeah, you should have seen Paul's guitars, though. Holy cow, just such beautiful guitars. And, you know, at the same time, I'm sitting here thinking, like, with Tommy Thayer, I'm like, you know, I really like his taste of colors on his guitars, and with the white, and then with the blue, and then I'm like, I wonder if you could do an emerald green, because that would be something. And then next thing you know, here comes Paul on stage with a emerald green spec looking guitar. And I'm like, it's so beautiful. Seriously, guys, I was nerd jacking to that, and that is the word. Look it up. And but man, oh, hi, French Vinyl. How are you? Welcome. How are you? Hope you're doing well. I just finished just talking about Kiss. So now going back to pay per view, watching the whole thing. I was actually blasted back to all the concerts that I saw Kiss. A majority of them were between Cheyenne, Wyoming, which is I live in Greeley, so that's 54 miles from where I lived, and then Denver is an hour. And let me tell you something, Cheyenne is a better drive. Let's give it that. Less traffic, but no regrets. And I remember the first time it got announced that Kiss was going to be performing in Cheyenne. We had a newspaper. Believe it or not, there was a newspaper ad, and I'm going through the newspaper ad. Oh, good for you, friend! You volunteered. Good for you. I like that. Helping other people, helping others. Good for you. I'm a big fan of that. I'm doing okay. I'm a little emotional right now. I just watched Kiss's last concert. So, yeah, I remember seeing that newspaper clipping of Cheyenne Frontier Day saying "Kiss to Cheyenne, Wyoming." Yeah, I almost fainted straight out. I mean, this like I almost fell backwards too. That's just oh my god. I caught my balance, but true story, I did almost faint just reading that. And that's where I'm like, now we're going now. I'm going now, and I did, and kind of never looked back to be honest with you. And each concert was never disappointing. Never, I was never left disappointed, and now here we are. It it's interesting, to think how, when I was listening to the paper, watching the pay per view, obviously being on Facebook Live, eh, it was just interesting thinking back. Hi, Jeff. How I started listening to Kiss to my first concert, and then didn't, and now here we are. I'm like, it's like I don't know. I just don't know, and I'm kind of speechless to be honest with you. Um, in a good way. I think the legacy lives on, and they most certainly mentioned that. In which I was blown away with the avatars. They made legit avatars of them, so it's kind of like Kiss lives forever through the avatars, which I thought was cool. So it's kind of like a fancy thing they were looking at. I'm like, oh, I thought that was actually a really cool, creative idea. And of course, something in my head, it's like I'm a video gamer. Not as much, but I might play some after having some moral support from the pumpkin pie, and and they kind of look like Fortnite characters. And here I am sitting here. I'm like, you know, Kiss has Fortnite characters. That would be badass. Pardon my French. That would be badass. If Eminem could be a Fortnite character, so can Kiss, so can Alice Cooper, so can a whole bunch of others. But I'm like, that'd be kind of badass, actually. To be honest with you. And of course, then I'll feel guilty for shooting at Gene or something. So I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel. I'll feel pretty bad about that. I'm not gonna lie. But those avatars were cool. How they made them were cool. I never thought about that. I'm like, but overall, it was great. It just I treated it just like every other concert up till Love Gun. And that's when the feelings started to kick in. That's when my mind went, oh, we're almost at the end. Oh, I'm like, oh. Yeah, that's where I got, a little quiet. But it's amazing though. Like 50 years, I'm like, that's a heck of accomplishment in my book. And also considering the fact, it's what Chris Angel said, during the interview, which by the way, I'm a huge fan. I have him on DVD, Chris Angel. I think I have season 3 of Mind Freak, I believe. It's called Magician. But anyway, and just like Chris Angel said during the interview, they were laughed at, they were mocked at, and look where they are now. And I'm like, exactly. And that's how, I felt like a connection with them because, people told them, you're crazy for doing what you're going to do. You're not going to be good enough. You guys suck, which pretty much is what they're saying in different terms. And I'm like, and to this day, I still hear that with what I'm doing. And it's like now I'm like, oh, go. Part of me's like, I don't listen to me anymore. I'm like, yeah, like I can either tell them, reply back, tell them to go suck it, or I just ignore them. And that's what I do. I just ignore 'em more than anything else. And but they're inspirations. Going from saying people saying they can't do it to where they are now. I'm like, that's inspiration. And so for me, having that kind of connection with them like that, that's kind of special, in my opinion. People have always doubted me too. I mean, I'm not making this up either. People have always doubted me with a lot of things, so it's just nice to be able to, surprise them. Especially when I graduate with my bachelor's, and I'll do it. And now they're saying like, "Oh, Kate was not gonna get her master's," and I'm like, "Well, not yet." I'm only 2 years out of school right now. I'm not ruling out either, but I kind of like my break right now. No midterms, no finals, no papers. Well, other than work and blog, but it was just a good concert. It was just rock and roll at its finest, in my opinion. Work never got back to me to cover this for 'em. So, since I have a blog, I'll be writing about this and I'll send 'em a copy. That's what I'm gonna do. And I will say though, that guitar duel between Tommy and Paul, that was awesome. I never, never seen that live. I don't think I ever seen them live doing that before. So I thought that was great. The guitar duel, that was fun. That was fun to watch. I like watching stuff like that. That's pretty sweet. I tell you what, even though I'm supposed to be fully recovered from like this elbow replacement, I'm still having like muscle knot issues. It doesn't take much for like this back muscle to form in a knot, but so if I'm doing this, don't worry about it. This is just normal. This is normal. But other than that, no, it's just brought back a lot of memories. I remember going to see Motley Crue with Kiss, Def Leppard with Kiss. 2016 was the last Cheyenne concert. 2016. My friends and I were there. This is probably the best memory of the 2016 concert. We were outside, and then we hear some thunder. And so I think it was like to our west. Yeah, my friend and we looked to our west, and there's this big storm heading this way. We're like, oh, and next thing you know, it started hailing on us. And I believe at the time it was maybe like penny size hail. I think I can't remember for sure. It was either penny size or dime size hail. But so it was like in 2016 back in Cheyenne, and here we are waiting outside, getting early, and all we had was this small itty bitty tin roof. We were going to try to bolt to this bar area indoors, but it was all crowded. So we were all braving the storm outside. And believe it or not, I actually did see a funnel cloud that day too. I did. And and quite frankly, why is that a great concert memory? Well, it's a very good question. I think the reason that's a good concert memory, I think that storm brought all of us Kiss fans together, closer together for that evening. Because I remember being in the gosh awful mud. That was gross. I mean, seriously. I mean, I'm gonna bring this right up right now. Okay, people were wearing. I wasn't wearing white shoes. Okay, I threw them out the day after the concert. They looked nasty, but they were like blue walking sneakers, I think. But whatever. What I'm saying is that people were wearing plain white shoes and going barefoot in that mud. There is no way I was going barefoot in that mud. No, Lord knows what's in that mud. Lord knows what was in that mud. Oh, ugh. Can you imagine all that? They had a rodeo before the Kiss performance, so I'm like, no, I'm keeping my shoes off. I'll throw them out tomorrow. Like, the reason it was fun is because I just think it brought us closer that night. It's just kind of like a community thing, even though you don't know them, but you guys have the same interest in a band or artist, and they have your bag, you have theirs for the night. Then you guys wish each other good luck, and that's it. Exactly. They were like walking barefoot. I'm like, Lord, no, you're nuts. I am not taking off my shoes in that mud. You can't pay me. I'll just throw my shoes. They were cheap walking shoes anyway. Then in 2016, so well, aside from a cowboy trying to knock me over, seriously, a cowboy tried to knock me over to get closer to Kiss. He didn't care about me. He on purposely tried to push me over until one of the ladies saw him and she shooed him off. It's a true story. I almost did get pushed in the mud. I wasn't too I wasn't too afraid to push back, but I didn't. But if it ended up that way, That Cowboy's good. Ooh. He was gonna get it too. I'm like, dude, if you push me in the mud, you are so dead. But it didn't happen. Someone had my back. I don't know who she was, but she had my back, so it was fine. But that whole show really just brought back a lot of constant memories, from the hailstorm to hearing Def Leppard's sound check in Denver. I remember that because they were running late. I think it was Def Leppard who were running late at the time, and I remember was I think it was Def Leppard because Kiss was on time. Def Leppard wasn't, and we were purchasing water. My friend Lupe and I, that's we, and my sister T was with me at that time, and we were purchasing water, and we got work guy else that we couldn't sit at our seats because Def Leppard was running late. And so here we are behind the curtain, and I can actually hear Def Leppard before sound check. I mean, that was actually really magical for me to hear. Was to hear Def Leppard doing their sound check. You know, they were like perform half the songs of Two Steps Behind, Pour Some Sugar on Me, Hysteria. Was it Animal? And yeah, I think it was the Animal. And I want. Oh, I would love to see Def Leppard again too. You know, Motley Crue. That was that Fiddler's Dream where I saw Freaks on Parade. That was where the crowd. I loved the show. I loved Motley Crue. I loved Kiss. Duh, but the crowd, not so much. So I avoided that venue for a while. And long story short, my friend and I got groped by some men on our way out. You know, before I even could turn around and whop them, they were gone. So it's like, true story, we got groped, you know. I'm like security, hello. I don't know, but the minute I turned around, they ran off. So that's never went back. I didn't go back to that venue until September. September was okay until that drunk person rolled down the hill and crashed into my back, and I almost smacked her with my notebook. I was writing for work and my blog. But anyway, but that was a good concert. I need to remind myself to wear sunglasses next time at a cruise show, because I got blinded pretty bad by some lights. And I also made a mental note to wear sunglasses, to bring a pair of sunglasses to Rob Zombie's shows, because that guy had like so much pyro. I'm not even kidding. That guy has so much like lights just going off. I kept getting blinded, so I was like, note to self: next Rob Zombie concert, wear shades, bring shades, wear shades, whatever. It's a great show. I liked it. I get it. I really don't get it, but I really like it. No, he's a cool guy. I believe Rob Zombie's a Kiss fan too. Last time I checked. But overall, you know, it's kind of done. To be honest with you, yeah, I'm okay with that. You know, they deserve it. In retrospect, they deserve it. 50 years being in band, 50 years of changing people's lives, helping people's lives. It's a lot. It's a lot. You know, I have a lot of respect for him. I love all versions of the Kiss. I wasn't there with whatever happened, so I love all versions of Kiss. I'm all supportive of all versions. I mean, good lord, in the pay-per-view chat, there were people just bashing each other. And I'm just standing here going, this is supposed to be a celebration. No, I didn't say anything. I'm just like, this is supposed to be a celebration, not bashing each other. But people were just bashing, and for whatever reason, they started bashing Bon Jovi. Just as Dolph McGee was getting interviewed, people started bashing Bon Jovi. I'm like, I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, and I'm like, guys, come on. Fine, you like Bon Jovi. Okay, fine, good. Go away. I don't care. Let us enjoy it then. Yeah, of course, you know, for me, I'm like, okay, works for me. More Bon Jovi for me. Works for me. Works for me. The 40th anniversary tour. It's so bad. That will be a show I would postpone any kind of surgery for. So that probably the what's that shows? Foreigner and Styx. I would postpone surgery for too in a heartbeat. Oh, Vampires also might be going. So something's going on too. I'll postpone surgery for that too. So there are a couple of shows I wouldn't mind postponing surgery for. Well, no, anything till January, but I can guarantee it's gonna be brought up. Well, other than that, so really quick, I'm getting tired. And I need some moral support because this past May, my baby girl Smokey, she's right here. You know, her ashes are being protected by the Nutcracker upstairs. Seriously, there's like a box of Smokey's ashes, and there's some Nutcracker sitting on top. But she passed away in May, and her favorite band was Kiss. Believe it or not, this dog loved Kiss. And I'll tell you, I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. This dog loved Kiss, and she had horrible separation anxiety. I never mentioned this, but she had horrible separation anxiety. So if I put on Beth or I Was Made for Loving You, she'll she'll stop. She won't do anything. It's weird. True story. I'm like, smart dog. You like Kiss. I'm like, smart dog. So she liked Kiss music. And she ate Kiss confetti. Yeah, it was the Kiss confetti from my first Kiss concert. I collected the confetti. Her favorite member was Jean, Nick. Smokey's favorite Kiss member was Jean. Every time I mentioned Jean, that curly tail will just whack, whack, whack. If I say Paul, nothing. True story. If I say Paul, nothing. If I said Tommy, nothing. If I said Eric, nothing. If I said Peter, nothing. If I said Ace, nothing. If I said Eric Carr, nothing. If I said Vinny, nothing. If I said Bruce, nothing. If I said Jean, whack, 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 whack. She loved Jean. She was a good dog though. She was her middle name was Kiss, so it was Smokey Kiss was my last name, obviously. So she was named after Kiss for a reason. Well, Jean's a dog lover too. So and dogs, are very smart at picking up who are dog lovers or who are not. But so in ways, Kiss, really helped with my dog's separation anxiety, which was nice. True story, guys. She was a good dog. I miss her so much right now too. Ugh. Because I know right now I would be hugging her for moral support right now, but she's not here and dude left me. So therefore, pumpkin pie here in a few minutes. I'll be having pumpkin pie for my moral support. But then again, too. Okay, Dusty. I'm sorry, Dusty. What? Oh, I'm sorry. What? No one wants to know about your tail. Thank you. I love you, Dusty, but no. That is mean. Very mean. You're mean. That's ow. I think that's probably that is nothing compared to what I read in the pay-per-view chat. That is nothing, but that's you. You should have seen what the people were talking about on pay-per-view. I'm just sitting there, enjoying it, watching Facebook Live, watching who's watching, and then I'm like looking at the chat right here. I'm like, really? Like, oh, those people in that chat room. Oh my gosh, like, ugh. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm like, oh, I hope they get a lump of coal. Not you, Justin. I just won't talk to you for a couple days. But water. But and, oh, she was a good dog. I was very blessed to have her. She was 14, so she had a good life. It's just kind of, it just pretty much sucks how it ended for her. She left on a big note, a good note. She knew it was time. She was a very smart dog. I used to call her Bubble Butt. She was a very independent, loving dog. So I used to call her Bubble Butt when she wouldn't listen to me. And like, Smokey, come here. And she has this, just keeps walking away from me, like, Smokey, here. I'm not listening to you. She's like, oh, I'm not listening to you, Mom. Hey, Bubble Butt, get over here now. Yep, she shows up. So, Bubble Butt. I called Journey. My sister thought Bubble Butt the other day. He wasn't listening to me either. Hey, Senor Bubble Butt, get over here. I call Journey Senor. It's funny. Excuse me, Senor. But anyway, I'm going to get some moral support with some pie. And I have some pie because I need some moral support. I finished my Kit Kat bar that I got at Walmart the other day. It was perfect cake, if anybody's asking. But anyway, to Kiss, I just want to say thank you guys. I am forever grateful for you guys. I really am, because I don't. Shoot, I'm trying not to cry. This is my problem. This is why I'm gonna be eating pie. This is why I'm gonna be eating carbs here in a minute, more carbs here in a minute. But you guys really do mean a lot. You too, Nick. Thanks for being a good shoulder. And you guys really mean a lot to me. And yeah, it was an honor. Well, that's what Smokey was a bubble butt. Hey, bubble butt, get back here. Now, Journey, Senor Journey's a bubble butt. Hey, Senor Bubble Butt, get over here. So listen up real quick. So Gene, I admire you. Um, yeah, you have me stitches with your TV show. Not. I like your humor though. But thank you for all that you've done for Kiss, and keep rocking. I'm proud of you. And I love your business books, by the way. Great stuff. I need to go back to it. I can't remember what I highlighted a book. I just can't remember, because whenever I highlight in a book, it's something important. So your business books have been very insightful, very much so. So thank you to Paul. Wow, it's good way to go out, sir. It's a heck of a way to go out. So thank you. Thanks for being awesome, and thank you for those videos you did over lockdown. Those were cool. You know, it just felt like I had another friend to talk to while dealing with a very bad knee pain, with both my knees in extreme pain. So that was nice. And thank you for your books as well, especially Backstage Pass. That I actually highlighted a couple things too in that book. So I'm gonna have to go back and look. I have to go back and look at the books because I can't remember what I highlighted, but I know I did highlight. When I highlight books, it's something important. So don't be a stranger. Get back to Soul Station. I want to see that. I like Soul Station. I like soul music. Hopefully, he has some more Soul Station coming. I'd love to see that. To Tommy, the killer guitar playing. I've seen you guys live many times, and you're great, but you're ah, you shredded it. You killed it. Keep it up. I love the story about you and your daughter. I think it's great. Probably one of the most beautiful stories I've heard. So, and, you know, geez, I even told my parents that my parents are former foster care providers. So I told them that story, and they thought that was the most beautiful story in the world. And it is too. I love it. So keep up the good work. And to Eric, thanks for everything you do with Kiss. Also, I'm going to see you live, and don't be a stranger in the music world. You know, you're talented. You're talented. All right, well, I'm done sharing my feelings for the night. I could say more, but I'm not going to because I'm going to cry like a baby. I'm going to go and cry and eat some pie now. Pumpkin pie. So I'm probably do that. I'm pretty sure Senior Journey is going to join me with that. But overall, I give it 10 out of 10. And I still think those avatars were cool. I've never seen anything like that before. And yeah, so I think I'm just gonna wind down. I got church tomorrow, so I'm gonna do that. Then go on James's stream. I don't think I'm the hospitality at church tomorrow, so I think I'm okay. So just be in the row. It's a good church. I go to a small church. It's a good place. But I tell you guys what, guys watch at the end of the pay-per-view. She hadn't had any stitches. It's like, what are you gonna do? It's like she was asked, what are you gonna do if Kiss they come back? And she replies, get a divorce. I'm like, seriously, guys, my face went like, wow. Ooh. But I like Shannon. Shannon's cool. I like her. I really do. She was funny. I was kind of laughing at it. But that divorce karma, I'm like, yowza. But I really like the fact, like, the band's family oriented. You know, it's like you got Paul's son, Evan, and you got Sophie Simmons, and you got Nick Simmons, then you got Sierra, Tommy Thayer's daughter. You know, it's a family thing. I like it because I'm from a big family. I'm the second oldest of 7, and family is a big deal. You know, my family are going through some tough times right now, but we're just as strong as ever. And just watching, you know, their kids talk, you know, that was cool. Be able to hear that. I'm adding that to my blog, by the way. I'm also adding the guitars. Can't get those guitars out of my mind. But anyway, I'm done rambling. And shout out to Alice Cooper, wherever you are. I hope Mexico went good. Yeah. Speaking, this is related to Kiss. Freaks on Parade tour. Okay. After Alice Cooper's performance, Detroit Rock City played. I'm like, that was epic right there. I'm just like, here I am, fishing, making notes, texting my friend. I hear the dun, dun, dun. I'm like, that Kiss? Literally, my ears went, that Kiss? And all I know, it was Detroit Rock City right after Alice Cooper left the stage. And I'm like, and that's how the show went right there. He's from Detroit, so I'm like, Detroit Rock City, Alice Cooper was the stage, boom, Detroit Rock City. And I'll tell you what, it is hard to text your friend when you have your favorite music on. I'm like, Detroit Rock City. And then, while waiting for Rob Zombie to go on stage, I heard Love Gun. And of course, being the idiot that I am, I'm singing like an idiot. Oh, geez, I'll sing all night. I don't care. I don't care. All right, I'm going to get some pie by Kiss. I love you guys. You guys will forever be a huge part of my life. I'm thankful for you guys. Don't be strangers. All right. I'm out of this. And by the way, guys, seriously, go on Fortnite, will you? Please. Those avatars are just, Fortnite is kind of like a fancy thing you kind of think about in a way. I'm trying to talk to Alice Cooper about doing that too, because that'd be kind of cool to have. Because, see, what I don't understand is like Eminem is now part of the rapper, and Eminem, he's now part of Fortnite. I just don't understand why can't other bands, classic rock bands or artists like you guys, do that. That'd be cool. I'll just feel really guilty killing all you guys. I don't know. Being the dork that I am, I'll probably just not even think about shooting you. But anyway, I'll probably play some Fortnite before I go to bed. Probably I'm getting tired, but I'm gonna get some pie for moral support. Anyway, I'm out. Rambling's done. I'm out. Love you, Kiss. Dude, I gotta show you guys something. Let's see if my elbows can hold it, because I have bad elbows. These elbows are gonna get surgery. They're just as bad as mine. I gotta show you guys something. This is what I bought at 2019 at Kiss. Just give me a second. Ooh. Oh, mercy. Yeah, I gotta check this out. Give me a second. Ugh. So this is what I got at the merch stand in 2019. I was in crutches. Long story short, I went to get doctor's orders. I was in crutches. I tore my meniscus in my right knee. My left knee was in bad shape anyway. They told me, no, you can't go. And I'm like, watch this. And I'll tell you what, next time I showed up to an appointment, I was wearing a tour shirt. They were not happy with me. And you know what? I didn't care. I didn't give a flying hoo-ha as far as I'm concerned. I'm like, and Miss Liz, how dare you? So, check this out. So I got this. Oh, I have my new shoulder because this was pardon the dust mites here. I have so many things I haven't hung up yet in my office yet because I'm still working at it. But check this out. There it is. This is what I was talking about in my previous podcast. So I saw this at the merch stand. I'm like, yeah, I told myself I was going to spend anything. My knees were killing me. But yeah. So there's that. That's what I got. And then I got the tour book. Oh, show's great, but the elbow's not so great. You can see like that huge dent, like the elbow right here. That's pretty much what I'm dealing with. But yeah, no, I'm really impressed with getting this. This was probably the best thing I ever gotten, to be honest with you. I just still working in my office. I still have my vinyl records everywhere, sports cards, which I'm still collecting, which is very expensive. But yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna put this back before it drops because if this breaks, I have to drag my sorry rear end back to the art store. Whoop. And pay $70 to get it fixed. Not gonna happen. I do have the 2019 tour book I have the tour shirt. It's in the laundry pile right now, but it's the white tour shirt. When I saw like the white tour shirt, I'm like, that's the shirt I want. I'm a sucker for like white shirts, kind of, That's a good shirt. So was the tie dye one, but I'm like, I don't know if I want a tie dye shirt. No, look at white. All right, well, I'm gonna go get moral support with my pumpkin pie and maybe play some Fortnite before I go to bed. I got church in the morning. But I'll be on my friend James's stream Sunday after church. And then watch football for the rest of the day. Hopefully the Broncos win. I don't know how the Broncos are even winning right now, be honest with you. Ugh. And by the way, somebody in the pay-per-view chat said Ohio, and I went Michigan State. I just had to do that. I couldn't help it. I'm getting ready for my sister and her boyfriend. Okay. Because last time they showed up, they walked in. They go Ohio. I'm like, oh god. Like, oh god. What? Lord save me. I mean, I'm okay with other people being Ohio State fans, right? But when it's my sister and her boyfriend, Lord help me. Oh, Lord help me. Just smile and bite your tongue. Or when she's talking, just do that. That's what I did all the time in math classes. Can you answer this equation? All right, I'm out. I'm gonna go and maybe play some Fortnite for a little bit before I go to bed. So I'm gonna go and seek moral support with pumpkin pie. So shout out to Kiss. I love you guys. I'm gonna miss you. But it'll be okay. And remember, guys, heroes die. What was it? Heroes come and go, but legends never die. So these guys are legends. But I'm also blessed that other bands like groups like Alice Cooper, Iron Maiden, Megadeth, Holy Vampires, Bon Jovi, a whole bunch of others I can't think of. But they're still around too. So I'm thankful for that. But I'm gonna miss seeing Kiss. But that's all right. I'm just blessed I was able to stay on budget for Christmas shopping. So a way I could catch the pay-per-view. All right, I'm out. I'm Alice. Pie time. I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. By the way, my second favorite Kiss song in the world is War Machine. Nothing beats the dun. Just hearing the James bass just boom. Love it. Better watch out. All right, I'm out. Be good. I'm done rambling. See you guys later.